Hey YouTube, I'm back once again. I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. As I mentioned recently, I'm going to go through my top 5 Christmas movies that I watch every year, pretty much. Some of these, a couple of these at least, I've only kind of rediscovered in recent years. Whereas the other 3 are ones I've watched pretty much every year forever. But these aren't the only 5 movies I watch every year. Well, no. Well, yeah, these 5 movies I watch every year for Christmas. I was thinking of doing a top 10, but looking through my Christmas collection, I don't think there are actually 10 movies that I watch every single year. I mean, I own a lot more than 10 Christmas movies, but I don't watch all of them every year. Some I'll watch every so often, every few years, every couple of years or whatever. But these are my 5, I would say, consistently favourite Christmas movies. So first up, we'll start with White Christmas. Now, this I watched, I think for the first time, at least in full, 4, maybe 5 years ago, and I really loved it. Now, I do have a very, very vivid recollection of seeing at least one scene, or seeing one scene from this movie as a kid at my grandparents' house. Must have been at Christmas. Until watching this, I didn't actually know what film it was from. I just knew it was something I've always remembered that particular scene from the movie. It was a musical number. And when I watched rewatches, when I watched this the first time, I realised this is where it was from. But yeah, I really, really like this film. And it's only sad that it took me so many years to rediscover it. And the same can be said actually for probably this next one, but yeah, White Christmas, I love this film. Number 4, I suppose. These aren't in any, I suppose they are in kind of an order. But the only reason that's at 5 and this is at 4 is because I've been watching this one just slightly longer. This is a film that I've been aware of since the 80s, but for some reason never watched it. And I didn't watch it until I got this release on HD DVD, maybe it's about 8 years ago. And again, it's so much fun. I really, really enjoy this film. I actually watched it this morning. A Christmas Story. Did I mention that? It's a Christmas Story about young Ralphie on the cover there, who's his only wish for Christmas is, I think it's said in the 50s, but his only wish for Christmas is a BB gun. And I think he's, was he 8 years old? 7 years old? I'm not sure. Oh no, did they mention he's 9? He's around about that age anyway, and every time he mentions to somebody, including Father Christmas, that he wants his BB gun, they tell him that he'll end up taking his eye out, which just a running gag of the whole movie. And then when he actually does eventually get the gun, and the first shot, it ricochets back and almost takes his eye out. But yeah, I really like this film. And again, another one that it's just that it took me so long to finally see it. But yeah, lots of fun. Number 3, we have Home Alone 2. Now, Home Alone, again, is another film I probably watch every single year. And I wasn't going to put both Home Alone 1 and 2 in this top 5. And Home Alone 2, I actually enjoy more. They're both good fun Christmas movies, but this has me in stitches, absolutely in stitches. I actually saw this in the cinema back in, what was it, 92 or 93, whenever it came out. And yeah, it's it's fantastic. It's just raucous from start to, well, maybe not from start to finish, but the whole section where he's fighting off the two burglars once again. Yeah, it's great. Really enjoy that. Then number 2, this is a film I first discovered on VHS back in the 80s. Scrooge. This is the version, the musical version with Albert Finney. Once again, it's just a fantastic film. And I remember back in the 90s, this was one of the movies that I guess on VHS had been put out of print at some point and was really valuable. And it was one you would always look for, at least I would, at the car boot sales. And then put them on eBay at Christmas because they fetched such great money, until it came out on DVD in whenever it was, the early mid-2000s. And as soon as this Blu-ray came out, I got this Blu-ray because, yeah, I absolutely adore this movie. And I'm just wondering, do I like this one more or less? I think it's probably just about equal with, of course, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I watch this every single year on Christmas Eve. It's become a tradition. Up until last year, I was watching the HD DVD that I'd had for probably the past decade. But I got this earlier this year, and so we'll be putting this one on this Christmas Eve, and I can't wait because, again, it's a great movie. It's a lot of fun, and it's, I don't know if it's the Christmasiest of these movies, but it's very Christmassy, which I guess is the theme, really. Otherwise, there wouldn't be Christmas movies. But yeah, it's between these two, my all-time favourite Christmas movies for sure. And I will be looking forward to watching these. When I watch these, generally it's the week running up to Christmas, so I tend to not watch. I know a lot of people like to start watching Christmas movies 1st of December. I can't do that because after 2 weeks of Christmas movies, I'm kind of done. So I like to leave it. I'll watch an odd one through December, but I like to leave it to Christmas week before I really get into the Christmas movies and get into the whole Christmas thing. Because you don't want to start too early. At least I don't. So there we go. Top 5. At least my top 5 Christmas films. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's something a little different. I don't tend to do these top 10s or top 5s, and I really don't like doing movie reviews, as I'm sure you've noticed over time if you've been watching the videos for a while, that I'm really not very good at review movies. I think the most common points that I always come out with is I really love this movie, but usually I do. And yeah, reviewing stuff isn't my thing, but yeah, having favourite Christmas movies. I don't know what else to say about that, but yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. I've got some pickups now that I'm going to do a video for, so that'll probably be coming up shortly after this one, although part of it was filmed a couple of days ago for reasons that will become more apparent if you watch that video. Anyway, thanks. See you later. Ta-ra.